Bullying is classified as repetitive intentional hurt, which can be through physical or mental means.
It can be caused by one person or group towards another person or group where the relationship involves an imbalance of power.
If it's all three of these things, then it is bullying.
I've been bullied from as far back as I can remember. I think this is due to the fact that I look different because of some medical conditions I was born with. I've had people staring at me, laughing at me, pointing at me, even daring their friends to come and make comments at me. These things really caused my confidence levels to drop, and I was constantly worried what people were thinking of me. It made me feel like my differences were something that I should hide. I overcame all of this by telling my friends and family and also letting school know that things were happening. I gradually learned to love my differences, which made me realise that I no longer needed to hide them. I've also started doing some work with charities that help people with my conditions so that I can make people feel less alone when they're going through similar things to me.
I've experienced bullying for quite a few years. It's better now, but for quite a few years at the beginning of school it was quite bad. I suffered from a lot of isolation. A lot of people in my lessons wouldn't speak to me, and I'd go hours sometimes and no one would speak to me, which was quite hard. I also dealt with a few rumours went around, and one of them followed me for quite a while. I also dealt with quite a lot of name calling, and this happened between mostly years 8 and 10 was the main years it happened. It did happen a bit before, and I still get the odd comment now, but it's a lot better now. One of the main instances I still remember happened in year 8. I was on my own at lunchtime, and a large group of people came over to me and they surrounded the bench I was sat on. And then about 4 people sat on the bench next to me, which pushed me down the bench to the end. They then later all got off the bench, and then one of them slid all the way down the bench and it pushed me off the edge. While they were doing this, and I was unaware of it, they were filming it and then later put it on Snapchat. And I didn't have any of them on Snapchat at the time, so I didn't know it had happened, and I didn't know that it had been filmed. It later then got reported to school by other people who had seen it, and then the people involved did get consequences for it. Throughout the years, this has made me feel quite lonely because I had no one to speak to about how any of this was making me feel. It also meant that my self-confidence was and still is a lot lower than it was earlier. Some of the things that I found helped me the most were swimming, because I did that every Saturday, and I found that really helped me clear my mind and helped me calm down and relax after a week at school. And then I also found music helped me a lot, so I listened to music all the time. I never went, and I still don't go anywhere without my headphones. I just find it helps me relax and kind of calm down if there's a lot of people around. I'm also trying to channel my negative experiences into something positive, like this video, to try and raise awareness, and also I'm working with student leadership and Mrs. Anderson to try and get a student-led anti-bullying initiative set up in school, so instead of speaking to a teacher, or if you don't feel like you can speak to anyone else, you can go and speak to a student and it'll be confidential, and you might just feel a bit better having spoken to someone about what's happening.
Here are some key statistics about bullying which really emphasise the extent of the issue.
1 in 5 children in the UK in 2019 were bullied. That's equivalent to 764,000 children.
62% of those bullied in school said they were bullied by a classmate, and 37% said they were bullied by somebody else in school that they didn't know.
The most common type of bullying was verbal abuse, and the least common was cyberbullying.
It's also really important to acknowledge the long-term effects of bullying on the individual. Victims of bullying can still experience mental health problems and also low self-esteem years after.
But no matter how you're being bullied, it's important to know you're not alone. There are websites you can visit, numbers you can call, and people you can talk to, like a parent, a teacher, or a friend.
This week's Anti-Bullying Week, and as head students, this is something that's really important to us. If you're not uncomfortable speaking to an adult, we'd want you to know that you can come and speak to us at any time. And this Friday we've got a drop-in in C11 where you can come and have a chat and get some support.
We've decided to make this video so you can understand the seriousness behind bullying. We encourage you all to be an upstander and not a bystander so we can help diffuse these situations. This year's theme for Anti-Bullying Week is one kind word, so don't underestimate the power just behind the kind word.
Do you want to talk about it?
How are you feeling today?
Do you want to come and sit with us?
You look nice today.
You are not alone.
Do you want to be in our group?
We're here for you.
Would you like me to speak to someone with you?